Rob will be on the show in a few weeks, and possibly Garrett as well, who's the bassist for the band. A great tune, really good kind of pop alternative tune, and really reminds me of Blink-182.
See, now you've put me in a very difficult position because I just said the Gypsy Ghosts were my new favourite band, but also the Wild Young Hearts are my new favourite band. So it's very, very difficult. I couldn't wait for you to send me the tracks that you were going to play from this album. So I went to Bandcamp and I went to go and buy it, and I saw a little thing on there that said you can buy all of the Wild Young Hearts stuff for, I think it was $13.50, and I went, oh my god, that's an absolute bargain. And I did that, and you get there's a live album, there's Hoodlums, which is worth $13.50 on the album, by the way. There's a couple of EPs. There's some amazing stuff that they've done, and again, you talk about progression and development, and I talked about Gypsy Ghosts. These guys are the same. I mean, there's a track called "Sleep" that they did on one of their past albums, which is just banging. And you think, well, if they'd have recorded that, and gone to town with it in the way they have with the album, and really, you can tell they've kind of spent a bit of money on it and everything else. How good would that be? And then you hear it on the live album and you go, no, didn't need to, it's perfect because it's live and it's amazing. They're just an awesome band. And I've been listening to them a lot this week, and it's up. In fact, it's the reason I haven't listened to One Man Standing's EP that he sent me. I'm listening to Wild Young Hearts. So sorry, Brian, you got bumped for these guys, but totally worth it, I'm afraid.
That's all right. I don't mind being next in line.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely class. I think these are the guys we said we talked about Sum 41. They sound a bit like them on one of their tracks. We talked about Blink. It's got that whole vibe, and actually this week, having heard it kind of, rather than just a track, having heard it in a bit more context, it's got a real Green Day vibe, and Green Day are one of my favourite all-time bands. I particularly like the album Insomniac, and these guys have got a little bit of that, a little bit of Dookie going on. Proper cool. You've got to go, $13.50. Who's not going to buy that? If you're listening to this show, go to Bandcamp now and buy it. Just do it. It's like, what are we, the fourth of the month, fifth of the month? You've been paid. Do it. Just do it. Amazing. Well worth it.
Yeah, they were a good track, and we said that when we listened to them before, and I did notice that these guys are very rehearsed very well. They're very tight when they play. There's nothing that is sloppy about these guys at all. There's a lot of punch to them, and they're done really, really well. There's no reason that these guys should not be easily, playing, amazing shows somewhere for a lot of money. I could easily see these guys, in tons of videos and just all kinds of stuff, doing the same stuff that Blink-182 did and all those other bands that were, really popular around that time. This is definitely one of those. They're a reborn, style of those guys, and they need the credit where they need it.
For sure. They've got to do festivals. They should be doing massive festivals. I think these are the guys I said something about doing a video of the swimming pool and something else, and then we ended up in some strange dystopian conversation on Twitter about Brexit and all sorts of things. But I can't, I know I'm reviewing them for a second time, which is kind of not the thing on the show, but I cannot get enough of them, honestly. I think they're absolutely fantastic, and like I say, you have to go and buy that back catalogue for $13.50. Who's not going to do that, right? It's brilliant.
Right on. So next up we have a band called Grizzly Business. This one's called Alcoholics Anonymous. Dig this.
It's only every step that you forgot to slow down with zero regards, spilling drinks to the ground. You plotted this course, this view from above, still making the most, tripping over your blood. Silent rain a care in the world. And then a kick to the head. You made it inside, tripping over your bed. And why should we all do the same? Well, life's getting harder to blame. With the hopeless and the good, but you only live it twice. What a shame that the bottom's where we are.
Grizzly Business with Alcoholics Anonymous. No, that was a great tune, and I got that somewhat last minute today as far as submission goes, but great tune. I love the vocals and like a really cool flow, like a really cool, easy going, but like I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoy stuff like that, where it makes you feel good listening to it. I must admit, I was kind of wrapped up in the music and not really listening to the words, so I don't know if it's actually supposed to make you feel good. I shouldn't make statements like that without listening to the lyrics. It might be really depressing, but it makes you feel it makes you feel really good listening to the musical side of it. I really, really enjoyed it. I think there was I don't know, there was something, it sounded like, like a xylophone or something like that going on, or maybe it was something he was doing with the harmonics on the guitar, I don't know. But I love that kind of, thing as well, the kind of experimentation, but in a kind of way that adds kind of melody and harmony to things, which is really cool. So, yeah, really enjoyed that. It was a really upbeat tune, I thought.
Right?
I thought it had a great sound to it, and I liked that. And I don't want them to take it the wrong way, but I like that the sound was stripped down in comparison to some of the other stuff that we've listened to tonight, because I think that gave it such a great character of song. I think it was great to sit there and listen to it, and I visioned it in my head, of one guy just playing a guitar with like a couple of other minimalistic things going on in it, and it gave you a chance to focus on it. It was great. It was a good tune.
Right on. So next up we have a band by a guy called Michael Daughtry. And Michael Daughtry, I interview with Matt Anderson's as well, and he's a great guy. The music is amazing. So next up here's Michael Daughtry Band. The song's called The Spirit is Yearning. Dig this.
Jumping off this old running wheel, the big reveal is coming in hot and cold, shaking me up inside. And when I slow down to catch a breath, I'm scared to death of opening up a scar. Finding truth is tearing me apart. The spirit is yearning atmosphere. It isn't clear if we should be headed back. Turbulence in the sky. The engineer of our destiny is listening, kinetically following. Is it you who tears the world apart? The spirit is yearning for something. The spirit is yearning for something. An ocean of fear here to jump in. The spirit is yearning for something. Take this summer, take this golden night, take this bomber, hold your weapons tight. Something gonna end this war, something gonna end this fight, something gonna down that wall, something gonna serve us all. I hope love is on Sunday. I hope the spirit is yearning for something. The spirit is yearning for something. An ocean of fear here to jump in. The spirit is yearning for something. The spirit is yearning for
Right on, Mike Daughtry Band with The Spirit is Yearning. And that was a great tune. He has a great voice and really cool flowing, like very rock, bluesish sound for sure. But great tune. And I interviewed Mike Daughtry before, and super cool guy. Like, love the music. Great tune.
It brought us right back to our blues/jazz hashtag that we had sort of towards the beginning of the show. It was right in that vein where it had that, like you say, kind of rock blues vibe going on, but it kind of had some interesting things, particularly the outro. I thought was really cool, the way he is it called raking or something like that? I'm not a very technical guitarist, but I think it's called raking. I just hit the strings, but it's that kind of really plucky string, kind of sweeping motion, quite deliberately, if you know what I mean. And a slightly jazzy feel, and you almost, with a different drum beat, it could have been a ska thing or something like that. It was just really nice. It was like, well, that's it's a good way to kind of do an outro to a song that was already a good song. So very impressed with was it the Michael Daughtry Band? Did you say?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, very impressed. I thought it was very, very cool.
Yeah, it was a cool tune. I was digging it. It reminded me. I can't think of the artist right off the bat, but it was really, really cool. I really liked the sound. I liked the chugging towards the end. Yeah, I did hear some raking going on in there. I believe you got the terminology correct in there.
It's a real thing.
It is a real thing. Yeah. I guess it just depends, like with anything else, though, how you want to use it. But yeah.